to the big red face with its double chin and the dimples in both cheeks. He said,
"Miss Adelaide needs a servant. I want you to be a servant to her."
So she was the useless girl who would serve her master's daughter. "Yes, massa," she said.
"You can start today."
"Yes, massa." In a gentler tone than she had ever heard from him, he said,
"You take good care of young miss."
Before she could reply, he patted her on the shoulder.
"You can go now."
Rachel knew Miss Adelaide by sight, but Miss Adelaide, who never came into the kitchen, didn't know her. Aunt Susie led Rachel up the back stairs to Adelaide's room, where she tapped on the door before she opened it. She said,
"Miss Adelaide, this is Rachel. Your daddy wants Rachel to be your maid servant."
Rachel kept her eyes down, but she had learned how to see without looking up. In the middle of the room was a big bed, twice as big as the bed in the room that Rachel shared with Aunt Susie under the rafters. It was pretty and dainty, but the girl who sat on the bed was tall and wiry, with big dark eyes and a head full of unruly dark hair. "How do, Miss Adelaide?" said Rachel, looking at her bare feet. Adelaide said crossly, "She's just a baby. What can she do for me?" Aunt Susie said,
"She'll do whatever you ask her. She's a smart gal and capable. Now I'll leave her with you."
Adelaide, still cross, looked at her new servant and said, "Can you brush my hair?" Rachel had never touched a white person's hair. "No, miss." "Can you fix my dress?" She could sew a pillowcase, but she had never sewn a dress. "No, miss." "Can you sing to me?" She wasn't good at singing either. She began to worry. How could she take care of Miss Adelaide? "No, miss." "Can you tell me a story?" She knew stories to tell. Relieved, she said, "Yes, miss." "What stories do you know?" "I know Brer Rabbit." "Esther used to tell me stories," Adelaide said, her cross face momentarily sad. "But she didn't tell me about Brer Rabbit." She patted the edge of the bed. "Sit with me and tell me." Rachel looked at the beautiful white coverlet on Adelaide's bed. Adelaide said, "It's all right to do what I tell you." Rachel sat, but she kept her eyes down. Adelaide asked, "Why are you looking at your lap?" Rachel said, "Mrs. says I'm not supposed to look Marse or Mrs. or young Miss in the face." Adelaide said, "I can't talk to you unless you look me in the face, so you can." "You won't tell Mrs.?" Adelaide grinned. "Mama won't know." Rachel swallowed hard and began her story. "One day, Brer Fox got mad at Brer Rabbit and decided he would catch him." "What for?" Adelaide interrupted. "To eat him," Rachel said. "He got some tar and mixed it up with turpentine and made a baby out of tar." "A baby?" Rachel warmed to the telling. "Like a doll baby. He put it in the road and waited. Along came Brer Rabbit. Hop, hop, hop." She pretended to be a rabbit, and it made Adelaide laugh. She must be doing right. Brer Rabbit saw the tar baby and said, "Good morning." But the tar baby didn't say a thing. Brer Rabbit said, "Is you too haughty to talk?" But the tar baby didn't say a thing. "Is you deaf?" he said. But the tar baby didn't say a thing. Adelaide laughed again. Rachel said, "Brer Rabbit got so mad that he hit the tar baby on the head, and his hand